What's up, Scapers? Real quick, before we dive in, my boy Error decided to sponsor not one but two giveaways for this video. First up is a starter PVM pack, Bandos Tacets, Bandos Chestplate, Missouri Top, and a corrupted Bofa. To enter, just drop your in-game name in the comments, like the video, and hit subscribe. The second, we'll be doing a 250 mil live hide and seek happening this week. Join Discord so you don't miss the announcement. Alright, now that the free loot's secured, let me show you how I use 3 accounts to pull in over 500 mil GP on Echo. I know a lot of you guys have been struggling to make ends meet on Echo RSPS, and I've had the same struggle. How in the world do people afford the $500 donator rank for infinite banknote charges? Every drop you grind seems to be dirt cheap on the trade post. With $25 bonds selling for 500 mil or more, it feels like the only way to make real money is to pull a mega rare from raids. When Gauntlet drops barely hit 20 mil, Zenite items hover around 50 mil, and even Zora loot sits under that. It's rough. You can spend hours grinding and still end up broke. So this week I tried something different, something a little insane, but it works. It involves 3 accounts all feeding into each other to snowball profits. I've already made over 500 mil with this setup, and normally I'd wait until cashing out to share it. But I've been seeing how many people are struggling with this, so I figured it's time to break my methods a little early so everybody can cash in. Alright, let's break down each account and how they work together. This account was my original main before I decided to try my hand at prestiging a challenger account. Yeah, I know, it's a total psychopath mood, but that is a 12% drop rate boost, so now this account's my dedicated thieving alt. Originally, I was just pickpocketing Vires for the easy money and blood shards, and if you want a passive alt for cash, the setup's perfect. Just grab dodgy deals, pickpocket Vires, and print money. If you really want to min-max, you could take Treasure Arbiter and rake in some clues too, and that's what I was doing until I noticed something strange on the GE. There were only 2 listings for stamina potions, both about 3 mil each, and that's when it clicked. You can't reliably get Mortmire fungus, it only drops from Araxor or dangerous wildy bosses, but I noticed this was the same for other potions, and there's 2 that came to mind with easy supplies and crazy margins: combat potions and prayer potions. Combat potions are easy, you only need Torstals. All the other supplies you can just buy from the shopkeeper. Prayer potions take a little bit more work. You need Renars and Snapegrass, which is farmable. The catch? Nobody's selling Snapegrass seeds. I've had an offer to buy for almost 2 weeks now, and I've only gotten 125 seeds. If we could get a steady flow of seeds, the cost per potion would be about 500 GP, so it's basically free profit. That's where this thieving alt really comes in. With the recent update to Master Farmer's drop table, there's only 27 seed types now. It's perfect for your 28 inventory slots. It means you can thieve endlessly, only dropping the occasional clue scroll. So that problem's solved. Now that we've got the seeds flowing in, we need an account built for potion mixing. My retired main handles most of the farming thanks to the tier 7 relic. It auto-harvests, replants, and has a 75% chance to save seeds. That alone saves hours of micromanagement and tons of money in seeds. But the actual mixing, that's where the second account shines. We need 2 key relics: Friendly Forager and Production Master. Friendly Forager gives you the Forager's pouch, but the real value is hidden in its perks. Every potion that you make becomes a 4 dose instead of 3, instantly boosting profits by 33%. You'll also have a 25% chance to save the secondary ingredient, stretching your expensive mats even further. Now, I originally didn't pick this. I went power miner like an idiot before I realized how busted Zalcano was, so I had to make an account. Luckily, using Aura's Discord guide, it only takes about 2 hours to unlock tier 5 relics. It's totally worth it. The second relic we need is Production Master. Production Master makes every production skill instant. Herblore profits go from about 25 mil an hour max to as fast as you can click. It also gives a plus 12 to all the production skills, so you can make Saradomin Brews at 69 instead of 81 and Super Combats at 78 instead of 90. It's a massive time saver. With these 2 relics combined, we can pump out potions faster than we can grow ingredients. Profits skyrocket. Now let's talk about the backbone of our setup, our main account. Every few hours, if players vote for the PvP wishing well, one of 2 things will happen: a random tournament or a wilderness breach. If it's a tournament, easy. Jump right in, grab your free GP and points, and you're done. But if it's a breach, that's where the money comes in. Now normally a wilderness event would be scary. clans, PKers, chaos, but for some reason on Echo, there's no clans controlling it. You'll see the occasional solo PKer, or maybe two, but most of the time it's completely free. So I go out in tanky gear, low risk setups, and farm the breach mods. They drop potions, emblems, gear, but most importantly, Herblore ingredients. Mortmire fungus, red spider eggs, crushed nest, dragon scales, basically all the expensive secondaries that we need. Every breach I hop in, kill a few mobs, teleport out, and repeat. Low risk, high return. Remember those 3 mil stamina pots from earlier? 1 drop of fungus makes a little below 80 potions. They sell slow, but at 3 mil each, I sold 4 yesterday for a clean 10 mil profit. When I'm not farming breaches, I train the main. During the skilling events, I've been rotating between Volcano for mining and rune crafting XP and Winter Todd for fire making. Both drop rune ore, and with the Echo's AFK zone, I can convert them to bars instantly for a fee. With this pile of rune bars, I craft rune two-handers for a profit. The issue is, alching them manually would take hours. Enter the Herblore account's secret weapon, Golden God. This relic's going to be useful for most players, but on an alt, it's perfect. It auto-alchs any item you want to use with no runes required, and it keeps going until the stack is done. So all those rune two-handers that alch for 38k each basically turn into another moneymaker. So far, I've alched over 100 mil from smithing, and I'm only level 91. I'll likely triple that by 99, so while the Herblore alt is waiting for more ingredients, it's still churning out money in the background. Now, none of this is AFK, perfect, or free. Setting up 2 different alt accounts takes time and a bit of sweat. You need to plan your relics, unlock your tiers, set up your farms, but is that as sweaty as doing 8-minute Coliseum runs or doing tick perfect Verzig? Not even close. And I get it, not everybody can no life raids for 8 hours straight. I'm 35 years old, I've got real world responsibilities and old man hands. I'm never gonna be doing tick perfect Verzig. But I can be smart about how I play, and that's what this strategy is all about. It's working smarter, not harder. At the end of this week, after looking at that 500 mil in my bank, being able to buy my first $25 bond and unlocking donator status, it hit me, it works. It's not because of luck, it's not because I sniped some crazy drop, it's just a little ingenuity and some sweat. If you're struggling to get momentum on Echo, or if you're tired of chasing raid loot that's worth pennies, this can work for you too. You don't have to be the fastest, strongest, or sweatiest player. You just need to think like an entrepreneur. Create a little mini economy for yourself and let it compound while your other account grinds bosses for scraps. That's the beauty of the RSPS. There's always a clever way around the grind. So here's the summary. You have a Thieving alt for infinite seeds and farming, an Herblore alt for instant potions and free profits, and a main that breach farms and a little bit of smithing side business. All together, you get one very happy bank tab. If you run this setup for a week, you'll see how it snowballs. 500 mil was just the first week and I wasn't even playing full time. It's not about luck, it's about building a system that makes your time count. At the end of the day, I'm just a guy who loves figuring out how to beat the system without breaking my hands doing it. And if this video helped you find your own path to profit, I did my job. Now, I may have already done a mini spoiler on the next video. I did restart on a new challenger account. And if you don't want to miss that, hit that subscribe button. So, until next time, it's been real, I'm Shookum, and stay grinding.